Hey, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Liz, business coach for women of color, and in today's video, we're going to talk about 4 reasons why most service-based businesses struggle to make money online. Now, I honestly could have made a list of maybe about 20 plus reasons, but we're going to stick with 4 of the common ones for today. And by the end of this video, hopefully you'll see yourself in one of these common issues, and then you'll be able to take away some action steps for what you can do to start moving forward in your business. So let's get started. The first one is most people think about their marketing in terms of an arrival destination point. So they think that they have to just market their business for a certain period of time or a certain number of times, and then they'll finally hit that magic goal, income goal that they've been really desiring. And honestly, this thought process, you didn't get it from nowhere. That's really what people show us all the time in their marketing. It always talks about somebody's end goal, especially with business coaches. They say, oh, so-and-so made 10K in 30 days or in 6 days or all that other foolishness and nonsense. But what it really does is it reinforces this idea that you just have to market a certain amount of times and then you hit your goal and that's it. Life is easy and free and your business will just keep making money. But that's actually not the case. What this does is it prevents you from looking at marketing your business as this ongoing action, this continuous thing that you have to do so that you can eventually hit your income goals. But you will have to keep marketing in order to continue to hit those income goals. And so we treat the process of building our business as, just this one point in time, like this one point in time where we're going to hit this goal, versus trying to develop process goals, habit goals, so that we can make sure that we're marketing on an ongoing basis and continuing to improve upon the things that we're doing, gathering data, so that we can also hit the new income goals we want to hit, or see where we can improve, where we can tweak things, how we can make things work so that we can create the outcomes we're looking to change in our business. Where your marketing is just this constant flow of trying to tell new people who you are and how you can help them. Instead of just thinking, okay, I just have to do this certain amount of marketing or create this certain number of pieces of content and I'm done. But no, you're not done. For the lifetime of your business, you will have to continually be letting new people know that you exist. So that means that you're going to have to create a marketing process or method that allows for you to be able to do this on a habitual, constant basis or regular basis until you can get to the point of growth where you can either delegate it or automate some aspects of it in some way, shape, or form. But that's one of the top common mistakes and top common reasons why people tend to not hit their income goals, and it becomes really hard to hit income goals, is because we don't think of marketing as this constant thing that we have to do. We just think of it as an end goal and that eventually one day we won't have to worry about, instead of thinking about it long term. Like, what are the things I want to do long term that are sustainable, and then I can make tweaks and pivots here and there to get to the new goal that I'm trying to achieve. So that's one. The second reason why it's really hard for most service-based businesses to make money online is that there's just this overcomplication of niching down. There's so much discussion out there, people who say you have to make sure that you're niched absolutely down to like the finest point possible in order to break through the noise. There's other people who say you don't have to niche, it's unnecessary. And I would say that niching is important, but we often overcomplicate it. And overcomplicate it to the point where we don't take any action in our business because we feel like we have to stop everything until we have 100% perfectly figured out this whole niche thing. But what ends up happening is that your niche will naturally develop over time. And even now, if you're thinking about, what your niche could be when you start to try and generate income in your business, You're probably thinking already of a few different ways where you could serve your clients. That you're probably not trying to figure out if you want to help them with their fitness or help them with their finances. Like, you're probably already niched down quite a bit. And then it just becomes a matter of deciding, which way would you like to choose for now to see if you like it. You can't skip the process of it. You can't skip taking the action, because you can only make a choice about what will work better for you once you have gained the experience of doing something and realizing, that's not actually for me. So if you're someone right now who is struggling to take action in your business because you're worried about your niche, then really taking the pressure off of needing to make an absolute perfect final decision right now could be helpful, because you can always change after the fact. I started with helping people out with their YouTube channels, and then I transitioned into business coaching because most of my clients didn't really give a crap about their YouTube channels. They just wanted to make money. So you pivot, and that doesn't mean that you have to lose money during the pivot. It doesn't mean that you're necessarily wasting time. You're just learning and adapting. And people will get in where they fit in. So if they feel like you can help them with something, they will still reach out to you to see. Next up, certifications. Let's talk about them. So certifications can be a little bit of a touchy issue. There are people who think that you absolutely have to have a certification in whatever you're doing in order to move forward in your business, like a coaching certification, for instance, or maybe if you're a consultant, then some type of certification in whatever subject matter you want to help your clients with. Now, certifications can be very helpful because it's showing that you have received some type of training on the topic that you want to help people with. But certifications often are just theory. I've been through quite a few certifications myself. It's all theory. You still need experience in the field doing what you're doing in order to improve on your abilities, to improve on your processes, to improve on how you serve your clients. Most education today is just based off of theory. Like, that's what we've gone through college, for instance. And, if you graduated from college, it didn't mean that you didn't have to now go through the process of applying for a job and going through interviews in order to get the new job you wanted. No, you had the degree, but you still had to go through that process. And certifications are the same thing. Certifications are not going to build your business for you. There seems to be a misconception that once you get a certification, that it then alleviates all this pressure off of you needing to take on this leadership role in your business and take action in it. But even if you have a certification, people still need to know that you exist and need to know that your service exists so that they can then decide if they want to work with you. So certifications aren't really this magic puzzle piece to solving all the issues in your business. And I feel like people often talk about it in this way. And treat certifications how you would treat ongoing professional development in general. In whatever field or work you try to do, it's natural and important to want to continue to improve in that area, to stay up to date on things, to be aware of trends of what's going on. It's helpful in general for your own development in this field, and it's also, hopefully is actually interesting to you because this is the field that you're choosing to create your business in. So it should be fun in some way. But if it's to a point where you feel like you need the professional development and you need the certifications because you are not good enough as a person, then that's a problem. But if you're approaching it from the avenue of, I'm really interested in this topic, and because I'm already interested in it, I've already done a lot of learning on my own, and now I think the experience of going through certification to gain more information and more help, I'm curious to see how it can continue to help me improve along my journey. See the difference? It's just a little bit of a difference there. Now, the next thing is not adjusting your expectations. That is another common reason why most service-based businesses struggle to make money online. And it's not your fault. We all step into this world of online business with expectations. And it's mainly because the only way that we've learned about it is through someone else's marketing. Someone else has been marketing their service, their product, their program that they wanted you to buy. So that's how you started learning about online business. And the unfortunate thing about that is that you get a very one-sided perspective about the experience, and everything, especially under capitalism, it's just promised quick money fast. Like, they may not have a get rich quick scheme banner all over their business, but still enough of the marketing and messaging leads you to believe that once you start your business, money's just gonna be pouring in like that. And that's not the case. And what I have found, and that has really helped me, and what I see when it's not done by others, can definitely lead to lots of spiraling, spinning, and potentially giving up on your business, is not learning to adjust these expectations as you go and as you learn. Instead, we treat the expectations as the end all be all to what success looks like on these platforms and to what's possible for you. And it's not healthy, because these expectations are often just not accurate. They're not accurate about the experience that most people have on these platforms. So when you get to a place where you realize that your expectations aren't exactly reality, then it becomes imperative to get to a point where you can process the emotions that you feel once you realize, oh, I kind of feel like I've been lied to and manipulated a little bit. You process these feelings so that you can then figure out what you want to do next, how you want to move forward, if you want to move forward, because that's also an option as well. But if you realize that this business thing is still something that you're deeply passionate about, how you want it to help people is still something, you're deeply passionate about, then you're going to already have that internal motivation to want to keep going. Even if you end up taking 6 months to a year off your business, you'll come back. I see it all the time. People will drop off the face of the earth off these platforms from 6 months to a year, but they keep coming back because they know this is where their heart truly is. And they know that 9-to-5 life is absolutely just discussion for another day. But the process, in order to really navigate this process in as sane a way as possible, it requires you to be able to adjust those expectations on an ongoing basis, because there's just going to be so many things that you're going to be learning that you just weren't aware of before, because you're learning about this world in a very capitalist, marketing-centered way. So you're never really getting the full story. And when it comes to most things in life, you're never really getting the full story anyways. So as you learn, you just continue to adjust your expectations. And that doesn't necessarily mean that things are technically worse. You could be adjusting your expectations to then realize that the path to what you wanted just looks different, and it might even actually be better. So the process continually. I still, to this day, find myself continually having to readjust my expectations in terms of all sorts of things. Assumptions that were made, things that I thought, were happening or in place. I firmly realize so many things in this world are made up. So many things are made up, but that's just the world we live in. That's life. So when you start to develop a process or a way or a consistent plan for how you want to let yourself feel your feelings, and then decide what you want to do next, because you, as a sovereign being, you have power, so you get to decide what you want to do next. When you start to normalize that process, it just makes it so much easier. You learn things, you process even quicker, you keep it moving, and life goes on. So those were the 4 common reasons why most service-based businesses online really do struggle to hit their income goals. And I hope you found this helpful. Let me know in the comments below if any of the things that I talked about resonated with you. And if you know that you need help working through these for yourself so that you can take more action in your business and start seeing the income goals that you've been trying to hit, then there's a place for you in my one-on-one coaching program. So you can use the link in the description box below to book an interest call. We'll chat and see if it's a good fit. Also in that description box, be sure that you're following me on the socials. Follow me on Instagram. Join my email list as well if you haven't already. It's a great way to stay connected and get my content delivered right to your inbox. All right. Take care.